Hello everyone, let's talk about bank accounts, life and death. What happens during your lifetime to your bank accounts? Who has access to them after death? What are your options? What are some things to think about? Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel because this first episode will be about lifetime and we'll have another one coming out about death time. So subscribe to our YouTube channel. There should be a button there or a link below. So let's start with lifetime. Who has access to your bank accounts during your lifetime right now? Well, number one, a joint tenant. If you have a joint tenant on your bank account, if you co-own that bank account with someone, let's say if you're married with a spouse, if maybe you may have added a child, a friend, a cousin to your bank account, not a good idea, but if you did, they also are a joint tenant, so they can access that bank account at any time. We have lots of videos on why joint tenancy is not necessarily the best way to ensure that people have access to bank accounts, so be sure to search for those episodes. But for now, if you have a joint tenant, they can access the bank account just with their ID like you do, and they can do whatever they want with the money. Number two, if you have added someone with signer powers, what does that mean? Sometimes the banks allow you, not sometimes, I want to say probably all banks, allow you to add someone to the bank account, but not as a joint tenant. This is very important. That person does not own your bank account. They only have the authority to write checks, to access that bank account, help you pay bills, and so on. It is a big difference because if that signer has a creditor problem, if they have a judgment against them, that creditor cannot come after your money because it's not that person's money. So again, watch the other videos on this, but you can add someone with limited powers just for that bank account. This is something that is done within the bank. So go to the bank and you say, I want to add whomever you want to my bank account with signer powers so they can help me pay bills and so on. Number three, if you have a power of attorney in place, that power of attorney will likely be able to access your bank account. It depends on the document. If the document is effective immediately, then your power of attorney can access that bank account immediately if it's specifically listed within the document. If that power of attorney is effective upon incapacity, that power of attorney will have to show that you are incapacitated. Then the bank will allow them to access your bank account. That's a great option to have. I hope you have a power of attorney. Everyone should have a power of attorney in place. Number four, a trust. If that bank account is owned by your revocable trust, whomever the current trustee of that trust is has access to your bank account. Usually, if it's your trust, you are alive and well, you are the trustee of your trust, and you can access it. If you have a co-trustee, the co-trustee can also access it. When you become incapacitated or when you die, or according to the terms of the trust, if you resign as a trustee, your successor trustee will now have access to your bank account. The banks will want to see proof of all that. They will want to see proof of who the current trustee is. 5, if you have a business, an LLC, a corporation, the operating documents of that business will tell the world, the bank, who has access to your bank accounts. I cannot stress it enough how important it is that you check your operating agreement, that you check your bylaws, and you make sure someone has the authority to access your bank accounts. However you want it, there is no right or wrong way, but just make sure you are okay and it's specified in there who can access those bank accounts now while you're well, if you become incapacitated, and when you die. Lastly, I just want to mention that a payable on death designation does not allow that person access to your bank accounts during your lifetime. We'll talk about that more when we talk about what happens after death. But if you have a POD, a payable on death, that person cannot access the bank accounts currently, which is what you may want. You're okay with accessing and having full control over your accounts now, and you want this person to have them when you die. Perfectly fine. I hope this video helped. If you have any questions, be sure to email me, give me a call, 405-857-8231, or send me an email with topics for future videos. I would love to hear from you. Thank you for watching.